Today we celebrate, but tomorrow the work begins.
In 2010, one of the world's smallest nations won the right to host the world's biggest sporting event, the 2022 World Cup.
This is going to be a legacy.
All eyes would now turn to Qatar, the desert nation that has become an oasis of affluence.
If you want to make money, Qatar is a place to do it.
I love it.
And its beating heart is a place like no other. The Pearl, an astonishing man-made island where all that glisters is almost certainly gold.
It's not easy to build all of this from scratch.
In this series, we delve inside this world within a world.
Right now, everyone wants to be in Qatar.
A magnet for sporting superstars.
I can feel the energy, I can see the excitement.
We'll meet the locals.
Rolls-Royce is one of my favorite cars.
And those who keep paradise ticking along.
Organizing the World Cup proves that we are a small country, can do big things.
And soon, this normally tranquil place will be faced with daunting and unfamiliar challenges. And the pressure is on for everyone.
There is actually no chance that we can be delayed at all. We've got to open in time for the World Cup.
Welcome to the Pearl.
Let an oyster between its twin shells catch a raindrop. Then will the raindrop become a pearl. This was the view of a learned 13th century Arab geographer. Modern science has disproved this theory of the process, but who will dispute the beauty of a pearl?
For over a century, pearls were the lifeblood of the economy in the Gulf region.
Once, half the pearls in the world came from the Gulf.
Individually fished out by pearl divers.
Very few oysters catch that magic raindrop.
Although the industry was all but destroyed when the Japanese started to farm pearls in the early 20th century, the precious gemstones have now lent their name and ethos to the most audacious infrastructure development in Qatar's history.
It is a unique project. It's never been done in Qatar before.
His Excellency Turki Mohammed Al Qatar is chairman of the UDC, the master developer of the Pearl Island.
The magnitude of the project was huge. Providing a luxury way of life was in Qatar at that time something new.
Today, some of the leading families in Qatar trace their roots and their wealth back to the country's traditional industry.
This is my love. My father, my grandfather, my father, deeply involved. My uncle, my cousins, all in the pearl.
Hussein Al Fadan is one of the originators of the Pearl Island, an idea that was hatched over 20 years ago and which was unveiled to the world in 2004.
When I came with the idea, all my friends, all the businessmen, they came to my office advising me not to play, not to waste time, not to lose. You will have problem. We made the mock-up, we make everything without knowing whether we can do it or not. Think it and dream big and do it.
Hussein Al Fadan is the patriarch of a sprawling family business that encompasses real estate, hospitality, and luxury brands. But this is a place where everyone is obsessed with the finest things in life. If pearls have been one expression of Qatar's long and luxurious history, then another is perfume.
As a child, I used to collect miniature bottles, and then I decided to upgrade. Every time I buy a bottle that I like, it makes my heart beat.
For centuries, exotic perfumes poured into Qatar from the ancient trading route known as the Silk Road. To preserve this precious heritage, Reem Abu Isa has set up a perfume museum.
Chanel, Elizabeth Arden, and Dior. Every bottle here has a story, a date, a glassmaker, a creator, you know, whether it's a perfumer or a fashion designer, or because they all collaborated together. And this is the beauty of it. I find these more precious to me than jewels. You know, for me, this is a lasting thing. You know, it has survived for 100 years. This is one that I really, really like. Salvador Dali did the design, Le Roi Soleil, and it was made by Baccarat. The auction was on my birthday. I was like, yes, you know, like when I got it, it was the best birthday gift I've ever had, even though I bought it for myself. We're a small country, but everyone now is exposed to the outside world. Qatar at the moment is a country that I can afford to have beautiful, complete collections of whether it's art, whether it's other things. Yeah, we're lucky to be able to.
One other lucky lady on the Pearl is Amal Amin. Artist, entrepreneur, and fashion icon, Amal's lifelong obsession is jewelry.
I love butterflies because butterfly is representative of freedom. Sometimes when I look at my favorite pieces here, I feel like I'm very glad and blessed to own such a piece. It's almost a dream sometimes to own it.
Soon, Amal is planning to open her own jewelry store and is seeking inspiration from her own extensive collection.
We use a lot of pearls and golds in our traditional occasions like Ramadan and Eid, and because of the history of our grandfathers who used to die for pearls. So there is like a deep connection between women's and Qatar and jewelry. It's a habit, an addiction. When you love fashion, you become crazy spender.
Although the World Cup matches will be happening away from the Pearl, for those who live and work on the island, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to showcase their glamorous lifestyle to a global audience.
Rolls-Royce is one of my favorite cars, especially this one. It's 1977, the year of my birthday.
And for Amal, it means the mother of all shopping expeditions, as she looks for items for the boutique she's hoping to open before the tournament starts.
Today I wanted just to be pure like a pearl because we're doing the pearl. So I wanted to wear white to represent purity and transparency as well.
Amal is at the region's major jewelry expo, along with buyers and sellers from across the world.
Hello girls, you look beautiful. Thank you. We have everything in Qatar. Most of the international brands are representative here. It's just paradise. We're looking for simple jewelry for daily uses and some big sets for occasions and weddings. Hi. My cousins are there.
Qatar is the fastest growing luxury market in the world and imports around $1 billion worth of jewelry every year.
We specialize in taking the eye print and engrave it into gold.
And this is something very personalized. And people, they love personalized things.
With almost limitless choice, round here, the sky really is the limit.
So every watch has something which was on the moon, which was flown at least 1 million kilometers.
Okay.
So this one here, for example, has a piece of moon inside. And the second one has a piece of Mars inside. It's actually coming down from space to be on your wrist. It's an amazing thing which nobody else has.
And it's 1 out of 1.
Yeah.
10 million, huh? Doha is welcoming the whole world. Soon we are welcoming the World Cup. It's very exciting. The city will be full of visitors, and I really can't wait to host them, to welcome them, and to show them our Qatari hospitality.
Yes,
See you soon. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
In its short life, the pearl has become an entrepreneurial magnet to countless new businesses, many of them female-led. British-born Dilla Patel runs her own brand consultancy and was drawn here in part because of the opportunities Qatar offers to women.
Thank you for coming.
I'm from Yorkshire, UK, born and brought up there. I moved here 5 years ago.
Today, she's planning a photo shoot for a client who manufactures clothes from recycled plastic bottles.
I'm excited about this shoot.
It's focused on the idea that it's all made from recycled plastic.
So for example, this one has 54 recycled plastic bottles in it.
Oh, wow.
The hoodie.
I love the fact that you're all about recycled plastic.
This is beautiful. I love this.
As a female, I feel like I have more privilege here, but it's something that I don't think is portrayed enough. I work with 99% Qatari females. They're fashion-loving females who, they've got their Balenciagas or the Yeezys or the Dior, the Chanel. They love their luxury brands and they're in with the trends. Yeah, they're modern, and fashionable. They are strong, independent females. That looks kind of cool, actually.
Modeling for the day is Olga from Russia.
Hello. So glad you could make it. I'm Rina. Hello. Thanks for coming today.
Do your makeup first, and then we can put the outfit on. I've worked with Olga on numerous shoots. She's usually my go-to model. The makeup artist is from Ukraine, and the model is Russian. And obviously, currently, there's a situation going on which isn't healthy for either of them to be in, but the environment that we build, we can all be at peace with one another. And in Qatar, I feel like because we've all made it our home, there's always common ground between two humans. So you find that and you make it work.
With cordial international relations established, the photo shoot can start in earnest.
You count 1, 2, and you start your action. Yes, go.
Qatar doesn't yet have any homegrown models, but for Westerners working here, the more conservative dress code represents its own kind of liberation.
Here everything is decent. Here you don't have to show your naked body, and that's what I like. People choose me because of my professional skills. People choose me because they see passion and my love to this modeling career, modeling job.
A bit of green screen wizardry beckons, and then the work of these young entrepreneurs will be done.
How many times have you thrown that bottle?
In the past half-century, the Qatari capital Doha has seen a building boom like no other, with the pearl being, well, the jewel in this construction crown. Reclaimed from 500,000 square meters of seabed, it has cost around $15 billion, with some 2.8 million cubic meters of concrete being used. It's an engineering feat like no other, including the world's largest cooling plant, which generates both air conditioning and chilled water for the whole of the pearl.
The pearl is like no other place in the world, honestly speaking. I don't say that because I'm in charge of this place.
Ibrahim Al-Othman is president and CEO of the United Development Company, or UDC, and the UDC has ultimate responsibility for the Pearl Island.
Here at UDC, we look after the infrastructure of the island, be it traffic lights, the roads, the sewage system, the security. So we take care of all the details. We continuously improving the ideas, the concepts that goes behind the development of the pearl. If you see the design of the Pearl Island itself, it is like a shell with the pearl in the middle. Of course, the pearls in the middle are those beautiful hotels that you see around the island. This is how the idea developed. We have a massive number of plots that have been constructed and developed over the years. We have at least 22,000 housing units around the island. We also have at least 350 operational retailers, and the number keeps on increasing. We have to take care of all the details, making sure that this island fulfill its obligations towards its investors, towards its stakeholders, towards its residents, and towards the community itself, because this is what we are aiming here, is to create that lifestyle of a community.
It has taken just 10 years for Ibrahim's model city to rise from the sea. An island full of islands, one of which is home to the 5-star Kempinski Hotel. The 281 rooms are fitted out to the highest standards, and guests have 6 restaurants and 11 swimming pools to choose from. The palatial hotel is designed quite literally to be fit for a king.
Spa entrance. Dusty.
And the man tasked with ensuring that all the guests are treated like royalty is head of housekeeping, Dimitrios.
Any assistance from housekeeping? How are the flowers? I think we need to order more flowers, right? Good morning everyone. Chef Shawan, how are you?
Fine,
How's everything?
Fine.
All good?
All good.
Good morning, Sunny.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
Very good.
Sunny.
Yes, sir.
Can we send this to engineering, please?
Certainly, sir.
Sunny, can you assist me a little bit with the cushions here?
Sure, sir.
Thank you. Sunny, can we please dust this area? Let's go to our VIP suite.
The most luxurious suite is hidden away in its own wing of the hotel.
You can smell the fresh flowers. Very nice. Very good.
Costing $20,000 a night, as well as the 7,000 square feet of space, a personal butler is also provided. He'll even scatter your bed with rose petals.
The bedroom looks awesome, but where is the setup?
A setup, we will make it ready when the guest will come, because if we place the petals now, the petals will be dead. Yes.
Okay, good. Very important is to get all the preferences. The timing, the food, the allergies. Maybe they need the neck pillow, maybe they need the baby crib, maybe they need a specific time of service.
"3,000 miles away from the Pearl, a school of tuna is basking in the warm seas of the southwest coast of Spain. One of their number will soon be destined for the Kempinski Hotel, forming the centerpiece of a ceremony that will help launch a brand new restaurant called Lobito de Mar. With 2 days to go, preparation for the event is still very much a work in progress. And it's down to the new restaurant's head of operations, Delphine Ribeiro, to make sure everything runs smoothly.
We start with the tuna cutting, so when we begin, we
will have light here.
Only the light there.
Yeah. You want to have light directed on him in the cooking? It's nice to see you. Bye-bye.
The main thing on Delphine's plate is whether or not a fish can be caught and transported to the Pearl in time.
Hi, Joseph. How are you?
Hi, Delphine. How are you doing?
I'm good, good. You?
Yeah, good.
Do you have good news?
Yeah, the fish has been harvested today.
Keep me posted. Let me know as soon as he's on a flight and he gets to the airport. We have tuna. So now I'm happy. The tuna has already been caught. It's a good piece. It's 172 kilos. So it's going to be already a good show for everyone.
The new restaurant is the creation of one of Spain's greatest living chefs, Dani Garcia. Awarded 3 Michelin stars in 2019 for his flagship restaurant in Marbella, Danny shocked the culinary world and his staff when just 3 weeks later he announced that he was shutting shop to take his gastronomic vision to all corners of the world.
Pedí perdón, tía. Yo quiero que confiéis en mí, porque lo que viene, de verdad, es la hostia.
Marbella's loss was the Pearl's gain. And today, Danny is briefing the local press about the soon-to-launch restaurant.
I have one concept in my life. There is the same way, you know. It's for us is the flavor, you know. It's the pure flavor. You know? You need to feel that. Yeah, of course, yeah. You need to feel something in your mouth. You know, this is important. Sometimes it's a product, sometimes it's a different preparation. You know, but you need to feel a comfort. You know, it's a comfort food. Qatar is very special always for us. You know, and the next few years, you know, it will be crazy.
Everything now rests on the tuna arriving on time. As the epicenter of luxurious living in Qatar, the Pearl is likely to be a magnet for the hordes of visitors expected during the World Cup. And top influencer Anas Aboukama is doing his best to ensure that they are well informed.
Ahead of the World Cup, which is going to be exciting times for everybody, you'll have a lot of fans coming over to Doha that will be looking for the best spots to dine and enjoy. As a content creator, it's really important for me to feature the trendiest spots in Qatar. So I'm taking you somewhere really cool, literally. The temperature at the moment is in the 40s, but there's no problem because in Doha, some places, especially in the Pearl, enjoy outdoor air conditioning. Today,
Anas is on his way to the Shirvan Matisse restaurant in the Porto Arabia district of the Pearl. A special out-of-hours meal has been prepared in this exclusive eatery.
Hi, man. How are you?
How are you?
Great seeing you. Really excited for today's lunch.
The Anas seal of approval is much sought after.
So Shirvan Matisse is by a celebrity chef called Akram. The cuisine here is inspired by the Silk Road. So you'll have Persian, you'll have Indian, and you'll have Arabic food on the menu.
But today, as well as the sumptuous food, Anas is interested in this culinary hotspot's air conditioning.
It's just 2 meters from here. It's 45 degrees, but we're here chilling in about probably 23 degrees. You're just having a nice meal outdoor. Yeah, we'll get the dessert soon, and I don't think it'll melt because it's really cool out here.
And to show his followers just how effective the AC is, he performs the ice cream test.
We have our ice cream here, and solid, it's not melting. We're closing to 2 minutes. Ice cream still looks great. It hasn't melted at all. The air conditioning has passed the test. Make sure you order the ice cream.
The Pearl bills itself as a paradise of pleasure, but it's also somewhere that many have come to set up a business, including Harriet Jemfua, a British expat who now runs the area's go-to marketing agency.
So do you have a product, do you have a person, do you have a company, do you have a client that you need to make noise about? That's what we do.
Today, she's on her way to a press conference she's arranged to showcase a new top-of-the-range jewelry collection.
So we'll expect to have a good turnout, some Q&A with Mr. Ali Al-Faddan himself, which is a rarity.
One item on the agenda is an ultra-rare pink diamond. But while the press are here, Ali Al-Faddan himself is attending to some urgent business.
He's in his office next door. I'm literally looking to see if he's coming down this corridor or through his special door. So either way, I'm positioned.
Having sorted the issue, Mr. Al-Faddan makes his entrance.
I'm very sorry I was late, but something emergency happened and I had to be there. Sorry.
At the top of everyone's list is the pink diamond.
This is the biggest size in the world for such quality stone. 102.60 carats. D-flawless type 2A. For the first time, such a stone shown in Qatar. So this is very rare.
Just one picture. One picture, please.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you on the next one.
Harriet can notch the press conference up as a success. And soon the world will learn of the famous pink diamond. These days, over 50,000 people live on the Pearl, with neighborhoods ranging from the merely luxurious to the unimaginably opulent. There's even a series of islands where you can build your own vision of paradise. Isola Dana, shaped like a string of pearls.
I built a couple of these private islands. These are really the biggest and the fanciest island. This would be what you see in the movies, like James Bond movies or so on.
Ibrahim Al-Jeda is a leading architect. His firm has designed dozens of residences on the island.
The Pearl is very close to my heart. Simply, I've seen it from the very early stages of the backfilling of the island. It's an architect paradise. Here you have a white, open canvas. For an architect, I wouldn't dream of being anywhere else in the world. What we've seen in the last 10 years, the transformation was phenomenal. Not only in architecture, but the infrastructure and the arts movement, the music movement. It's been incredible transformation. We're using our identity as roots. When you're building a nation, you don't expect a return. This is not a business. So when you're doing these landmarks and this infrastructure, that lasts forever.
Those who run the Pearl have been able to hire the very best to build it. And as well as some of the landmark architecture on the island, Ibrahim was commissioned to design one of the 8 stadiums for the World Cup, the Al Thumama Stadium. Today, Ibrahim is inspecting his handiwork as the tournament draws ever closer, including the famous outdoor air conditioning.
As you can see, how the wind is blowing from my vitra. Nice, cold wind is blowing, and what helps us is also the science. Cold wind will tend to slide down, so even the upper seats would have air conditioning, and that the whole cold air would cool the spectators and eventually land in the pitch for the players. So that will guarantee for them 23 degree. And this is the VVIP lounge.
It may be a level playing field on the pitch, but not all spectators are created equal.
All of these are booked by either sponsors or very high net worth that will book these. The VVIP would always be giving its back to the west, so the sun is always behind you, so that area by default is shaded and the sun doesn't poke you in the eye.
And there's even a notch above, VVIP.
Now we go to one of the sky boxes, and it becomes a VVVIP. You could see how important these private, luxurious places are.
When the World Cup kicks off, who will be in this room?
Royalty, definitely, royalty. Or again, some high net worth. I mean, if you have $1 million, you can have this room with a few seats, probably. This place will be full of life. It will be an exciting moment, really.
Are we allowed on the pitch?
Nope, you're not allowed. Beyond this line, you're not allowed. They take care of this grass like diamonds. I mean, this is the battlefield that's gonna host all these players, so it has to be in a perfect condition.
What would happen if you crossed that line?
I won't let you.
Each of the 8 stadiums is based on an aspect of traditional Qatari culture. One is inspired by the pearl fishing boats that before the discovery of oil and gas fueled the local economy, while the main Al Bayt Stadium is based on Bedouin tents. For its part, the Al Thumama Stadium is inspired by a hat.
In our region, within the Arabian Peninsula, there are several type of hats, and when I was invited to compete for this stadium, and we wanted to depict the head cover, or the al-Gahfiyya, and I started getting deep into the research and learned that there are different patterns. Sometimes kids would say, oh, the Gahfiyya architect, or I became sort of known for this particular Gahfiyya. The Gahfiyya couldn't be a better solution because it's the cover of the stadium. So it's protecting the stadium like it protects your head. It has a sense of belonging. It has a story that relates to our culture. And I think this is what the World Cup is all about at the end of the day, putting the world together. The beauty of the stadiums in Qatar, all of them, one way or another, they reflect the culture.
Were you given a budget for the whole stadium?
Oh, yes.
So what was the budget in the end?
I don't know. This is for the Supreme Committee to state.
If the football stadiums are a chance to showcase Qatari culture to the rest of the world, then the world is very much represented on the Pearl. The Medina Central draws inspiration from the Mediterranean, while the Qanat Cartier is reminiscent of Venice. For residents, the only limits to interior design are your imagination and your budget.
We'll fix the base plate down to the floor, and then we're going to go straight up to the middle so it's seen from upstairs as well.
British builder Tommy Kramer is the go-to man for artificial trees. And along with assistant Luke, has been flown out specially for the installation.
Yeah.
Are you clear of that floor? Clear of the floor, fella?
Yeah, clear of the floor. It's on the stones now.
The tree took 3 months to build in the UK and features over 6,000 handmade silk leaves.
All these are individual pieces of wood that have been fixed together to give it that shape. We can go as far as their budget. So if someone said, I've got £500,000 budget, you'd build them a £500,000 tree. OK, I'm just going to start sealing the joints in that. Then we have gold painted, so you won't see that. It'll disappear completely.
With the installation almost done, it just needs the green light from interior decorator Alicia Perez.
The concept is to bring nature inside of the house, but in a bespoke way. We started with a tree, but they said, no, we don't want to do a normal tree. And then the golden trunk came up as an idea. It's not my personal taste in the house. When you are an interior designer, you need to listen to the client, you need to understand the client, so he will feel comfortable in the house. The first time I see it with the branches, I saw this morning only the trunk. As you see, it's invisible. They did a really beautiful job. I think everything is fitting. I'm completely happy, yes.
Everything is top end. It's nice.
Qatar is home to some 3 million people, but only a fraction are Qatari citizens. Almost 9 out of 10 are international expats, lured to the Pearl by the promise of a glamorous lifestyle or the chance to make a dime, or both. And among the dazzling residents is former Mrs. Mexico, Yesenia Navarro, who now serves as FIFA ambassador for her home nation.
We are going to a beauty salon to get ready for a very special event tonight, so I have to look planned. I came to Qatar 11 years ago with my family. We came for work. I thought I was going to stay here. We were going to stay here for only maybe a couple of years. and it's been 11 years. Qatar is a country of opportunities. All the events that are happening in Qatar are so luxurious. Like if you do something in Qatar, you have to do it with bling bling. For me, maybe go to events 3 times a week minimum. Now with the World Cup, every single day, I have events. For me, the World Cup is very exciting. I'm very excited to receive in Qatar hundreds of thousands of people that feel the same passion that I feel for football. I try to be modest all the time, but always fashionable, maybe a little bit of sexy. And of course, if I'm going to go to an event, I want to stand out. Like, I want people to see that Yesenia has arrived.
With her diary chock full of engagements, Yesenia's first stop is going to be a date at the Kempinski.
Hello, Michael. How are you? Michael, question. The tuna is already on its way, no?
It's the day of the tuna ceremony at the Kempinski's Lobito de Mar, and Delphine is waiting for 172 kilos of prime Spanish fish.
Literally arriving. We have tuna. To transport it, do we have a forklift or something? He's arriving with the main guest, the tuna.
Well, how are you going to get him out?
Well, with a forklift. Well, and a lot of hands as well.
At last, Dani Garcia gets to meet the giant fish from his home country.
You know, I'm very happy. I see a lot of tuna all the time when I was very child. But, you know, it's very special to me to have the tuna in Qatar, you know. It's the first time that I'm going to do a ronquero out of Spain, you know. And it's a very special fish. The people today in Qatar are going to discover what you can do with the tuna. We are going to open, we are going to cook, and then people have a cocktail, you know, and for sure they are going to enjoy something different and unique.
Habemos tuna.
I have seen a lot of tuna all my life, but for me always is special.
For the well-heeled residents of the Pearl, including Yesenia, it's time for a masterclass in the art of the ronqueo.
I prefer medium size. This size is perfect for me. You know, it's more balanced, the fat.
Ronqueo literally means snoring and refers to the muffled sound the knife makes as it cuts through the fish.
It's like you are sleeping, you know. And I can cook 24 hours with this kind of fish, you know, all the time.
The latest eatery on the Pearl has launched.
It was a very nice experience, learning how, like, you know, you go to restaurants and you just eat tuna without thinking the whole process that has to be before you eat the tuna. It's an art.
It's a very high standard in Doha, but a part of us, we have a very high standards with ourselves. So we are breaking our limits constantly. Dani is on fire, and we're conquering the world completely. Doha is just a great place to be, but it's a lot ahead of us.
Lobito de Mar is a glittering addition to the Pearl's culinary scene, and everyone there is hoping that the tuna makes a splash. A new dawn heralds the arrival of the pink diamond. Just flown into the country and ferried straight to the region's leading jewelry expo, where diamond expert Alexander Kenzie gives it the once-over.
We can cut the seal or what?
Yeah, it's one of the largest fancy pink diamonds in Thailand flawless, so that means it's very clean, luprine, and they're the rarest treasures on earth.
It's time for the boss to inspect his firm's latest dazzling acquisition.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
One of a kind.
It's one of the largest, how you say, pink diamonds, internal flawless pink diamonds.
Okay, great.
It's one of a kind.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a rarity. Value-wise, they're all double-digit millions. And you find every, let's say, I don't know, every 10, 20, 40 years, maybe once a lifetime.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
After FaceTime with the boss, Harriet can announce that the pink diamond is officially on the market.
Everything you said is fact-checked and is correct. All the weight, the flawless, and the size and cut is one of a kind. I'll be sending you the link of images. It's such a showstopper.
The World Cup is now just weeks away. And for residents of the Pearl, that means an ever more frenetic schedule of events. A dream team of footballing legends has been flown in especially for an event to promote the tournament's official florists. Casillas, goalkeeping icon and captain of World Cup winners Spain in 2010. David Villa, the Barcelona hero who also helped Spain to World Cup glory. John Terry, former England captain with 5 Premier League trophies under his belt. Kaká, Brazilian legend with the rarest of trebles, Champions League, Ballon d'Or, and World Cup. And Didier Drogba, with both Premier League and Champions League trophies to his name. It's an Aladdin's cave of sporting heroes, and for the distinguished guests, the name of the game is to make sure they get a selfie.
Hi, hello, big fan.
Mexico's FIFA ambassador Yesenia is also on the guest list.
Well, it was an amazing event. I'm so happy and proud. I saw all my friends, football legends, pictures with all of them. I'm very excited and very, very, very happy.
I can feel the energy. I can see that. I can see the excitement. A lot of constructions. A lot of things are happening. You see the buildings with the pictures of the players. It's happening soon. Amazing.
With the World Cup just around the corner, the starting whistle is about to be blown on one Pearl resident's latest enterprise, Amal's new jewelry boutique.
Today, our loyal clients are going to be there. All the media, some celebrity and fashion designers, a lot of people coming from abroad just to celebrate today. It's a big thing. It's like a wedding. Today is a big day to me, and I worked so hard to make this happen. It's like a museum, and you will explore this tonight. We got confirmation from almost 200 people. I'm excited. I'm never nervous.
Amal has spent months searching out pieces for her new store, which is in one of the area's most prestigious shopping centers. While there's no timepiece from Mars, a Swiss watch loaded with diamonds and sapphires can be yours for $20,000. A 22-carat emerald ring is a snip at $27,000, while a set of earrings with a bracelet is a steal at around $125,000. Among the guests is, of course, Yesenia.
I think it's very important for ladies because the only thing we can show here is our hands, the neck, our ears. So jewelry, shoes, and bags are the most important thing. You can see only a sneak peek of what they're wearing. It's like you can buy a cake and the cherry on top is good, but what's inside the cake is the most delicious thing.
For Amal, the event is a crucial step in cementing her position as Pearl Queen.
I can't ask for more. It's been like very busy, very happy. People are enjoying, they're experiencing the goods, the perfume, the jewelry, the clothes. I'm very happy. It's just the beginning.
For the creators of the pearl, the dream hatched 20 years ago has finally become a reality.
We consider the pearl as really the most glamorous, if you like, destination in not only in Qatar, but also in the region. The pearl is a pearl. It will shine as long as we take care of it.
It's not that I want it to be a luxury destination. It is a luxury destination. Whether I like it or not, it is a luxury destination. And we always intend to keep it this way. And if we maintain it, and we will be maintaining it at this standard, it will continue forever, inshallah, yeah.
Next time, we meet the pearl's greatest collectors.
Well, I have them all.
Witness the birth of a brand new yacht club.
There'll be a lot of pressure to get everything perfect.
And sail the seas in search of the finest things to bring to the pearl.
Whereas to look for the best beach clubs on Mykonos.